Hello and welcome to your stock market update today. I'm Austin Whiteley with Dream Builders Investing. And last night we had the debate, and how is that affecting the markets? Well, we saw just a few hours before market open, futures for the NASDAQ up about 20 and futures for the Dow up about 90. Now during the debate, we saw each candidate, at least for a little while, argue about who would be better for the stock market. Well, without getting too far into the economics and politics behind all of it, one thing we do know is that the markets do not like uncertainty. So, especially in the short term, we would more than most likely see the markets favor a Trump presidency because this is something that they already know. This isn't to say that the economy couldn't work and the markets couldn't run under another presidency, but a change up in economic policy would create quite a bit of uncertainty. And then when that goes back to the markets hate uncertainty, which would probably create, once again, more and more volatility. So one thing that we can likely expect is that, especially in the short term, the markets are very likely to favor a Trump presidency. Not to mention in the past, we've seen some of the Trump economic policies help quite a bit over the longer term to create a stronger economy. But let's take a quick look at some of the charts and see where the markets are at. Okay, so taking a quick look at the NASDAQ futures here, we're approaching some support levels here. And the RSI indicator is moving further down a little bit closer to the oversold side. We're seeing here where the momentum is turning around, and we have a crossover right here on the MACD indicator. This usually indicates that the momentum direction will be turning around and could indicate that we'll be pushing up. But pay attention here to this 180-day average, which is this blue line. And we are coming really close to it, and we're just floating right above it. Now, we could stay in this place or near this place until the election and just move kind of in a sideways range. And then that's when we can see a big push. And like I talked about earlier, is the markets hate uncertainty. So this is where we could, at least in the short term, if we move more towards certainty than uncertainty, meaning that we stick with some of the same policies we've had for the last 4 years, at least in the short term, we're very likely to see a push up in the markets. However, if we start breaking these support levels here, this trend line here, and then also this 180-day average, well, this means that we could be at somewhat of a top in the markets, and there would be likely to be a little bit more downside. And then we have about the same thing going on for the Dow. We're floating right above this 180-day line, and we're right above this trend line here. And what we'll need to do is stay above this to be able to continue this uptrend. Well, that's it, and thanks for watching your market update today. And don't forget to like and subscribe.